No announcement, no press ball, no flag. Just a plane landing quietly in Beijing, with FBI Director Kash Patel stepping off. A secret trip hidden from headlines to talk drugs, diplomacy, and damage control. As fentanyl ravages America, Washington and Beijing test a fragile truce behind closed doors in absolute silence. A Reuters report has claimed that FBI Director Kash Patel flew into Beijing last week for discussions with Chinese officials on fentanyl trafficking and law enforcement cooperation. However, neither Washington nor Beijing announced the visit officially. According to the report, Patel arrived in the Chinese capital on November 8th and remained for approximately 24 hours, holding meetings with Chinese counterparts on the following day. The trip follows last month's summit between President Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping, where both sides announced a consensus on tackling the synthetic opioid crisis that has claimed thousands of American lives. Notably, fentanyl is the leading cause of American overdose deaths. Following those talks, Trump halved tariffs on Chinese goods imposed as punishment over fentanyl flows, cutting them to 10% after reaching an agreement with Xi.
I've given China great incentives to hold down the fentanyl, get rid of it ideally. You know, a lot of people don't know it's used as an anesthesia, it's used as a lot of things. A lot of good things happen, but unfortunately when it's developed a certain way, a lot of bad things happen. Because a lot of people would say, well, why is it made? I mean, it's made for a lot of good purposes, but it also has some very bad purposes when you design it a certain way and people can take it and design it. So China's working very hard on that. I really believe that, and they have an incentive.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent indicated the details of this fresh consensus would be worked out through a new bilateral working group, though it remains unclear whether Patel addressed this mechanism during his Beijing meetings. The deal signals a shift for Trump officials, who had insisted that punitive measures would remain in place until China proved it was cracking down on fentanyl supply chains. Chinese officials vehemently defend their record on fentanyl, saying they have already taken extensive action to regulate precursor chemicals used to make the drug and accuse Washington of using the issue as blackmail. The agreement reached between Xi and Trump extended beyond fentanyl alone, as China committed to resuming purchases of US soybeans. Beijing also agreed to pause export curbs unveiled in October on rare earths, elements with vital roles in many modern technologies. The FBI director's quiet diplomatic mission comes as both nations attempt to stabilize a relationship strained by years of trade disputes, technology competition, and geopolitical tensions. Whether this latest engagement translates into measurable progress on fentanyl enforcement or broader cooperation remains to be seen. But the fact that such a visit occurred without public fanfare suggests both governments recognize the sensitivity of the discussions underway.